Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at some of the most disgusting foods in the world and how they are made. You might want to grab a bucket because you'll never eat these things again knowing how they're made. Let's get started.
Hey everyone! Welcome to the Radiant Clues.
1. CASU MARZU. CASU MARZU is a type of cheese from Sardinia, Italy, that is infested with live maggots. Yes, you heard that right, live maggots. But that's not the only thing that makes cheese gross. Some cheese varieties are deliberately infected with bacteria or mold to give them a distinctive flavor or texture. The cheese is made from sheep milk and left to rot in the open air. Then, cheese flies lay their eggs on the cheese, and the larvae hatch and start eating the cheese. The maggots produce enzymes that make the cheese very soft and creamy, but also very acidic and foul-smelling. Some people eat the cheese with the maggots still inside, while others prefer to remove them first. Either way, you have to be careful because the maggots can jump up to 15 centimeters and can cause infections or allergic reactions if they enter your eyes, mouth, or nose. CASU MARZU is considered a delicacy in Sardinia, but it is illegal in most other countries due to health risks. 2. Hakarl. Hakarl is a type of fermented shark from Iceland. It is made from the Greenland shark, which has a high concentration of urea and trimethylamine oxide in its flesh. These substances are toxic to humans, so the shark has to be processed before it can be eaten. The shark is gutted and buried in a shallow pit covered with sand and gravel for 6 to 12 weeks. During this time, the shark decomposes and releases fluids that leach out the toxins. Then, the shark is dug up and cut into pieces and hung to dry for several months. The final product has a strong ammonia smell and a fishy, cheesy flavor. Hakarl is usually eaten in small pieces with a shot of Brennivin, a local liquor. Some people say that Hakarl is an acquired taste, while others say that it is the worst thing they have ever eaten. 3. BALUT. BALUT is a type of boiled egg from the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries. It is not just any boiled egg, though. It is a fertilized duck egg that contains a partially developed embryo inside. The egg is incubated for 14 to 21 days until the embryo has feathers, bones, and a beak. Then, the egg is boiled and eaten with salt, vinegar, or chili. BALUT is considered a street food and a source of protein and calcium. Some people say that BALUT tastes like chicken soup, while others say that it tastes like rotten egg. 4. KOPI LUWAK. KOPI LUWAK is a type of coffee from Indonesia and other parts of Southeast Asia. It is made from coffee beans that have been eaten and excreted by civets, a small cat-like animals that live in the forests. The civets eat the ripe coffee cherries and digest the pulp, but not the beans. The beans pass through their digestive system and are collected from their feces by farmers or hunters. The beans are then washed, roasted, and ground to make coffee. KOPI LUWAK is said to have a smooth and rich flavor due to the enzymes in the civet's stomach that break down the proteins in the beans. KOPI LUWAK is one of the most expensive coffees in the world, but it also raises ethical concerns about animal welfare and hygiene. 5. SURSTRÖMMING. Surströmming is a type of fermented herring from Sweden. It is made by salting fresh herring and storing them in barrels for several months. During this time, bacteria produce acids that preserve the fish and give them a sour taste. The fish are then transferred to cans where they continue to ferment until they are ready to be eaten. Surströmming has a very strong smell of rotten eggs and fish sauce that can make people gag or vomit. Surströmming is usually eaten outdoors with bread, potatoes, onions, sour cream, and snaps. Surströmming is considered a traditional delicacy in Sweden, but it is banned on some airlines due to its odor. 6. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are one of the most popular snacks in America, but do you know what they're actually made of? Well, according to the USDA, hot dogs can contain any kind of meat, such as pork, beef, chicken, or turkey, as well as mechanically separated meat, which is basically a paste of bones, cartilage, and fat. They can also contain up to 3.5% of non-meat ingredients, such as water, salt, sugar, spices, and preservatives. And if that's not gross enough, Hot dogs can also contain up to 20% of added water by weight, which means they're basically water balloons filled with meat slurry. But wait, there's more. Did you know that Americans consume about 20 billion hot dogs per year? That's enough to circle the earth more than 80 times. According to a study by the Harvard School of Public Health, eating one hot dog per day can increase your risk of colorectal cancer by 21%. That's because hot dogs contain nitrites and nitrates, which are chemicals that can form carcinogens in your body. Hot dogs also contain saturated fat and sodium, which can raise your blood pressure and cholesterol levels and increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. So maybe think twice before you grab that wiener. 7. Honey. Honey is a natural sweetener that comes from bees. But how do bees make honey? Well, they collect nectar from flowers and store it in their honey stomachs. Then they regurgitate it into the mouths of other bees who do the same thing until the nectar is partially digested and turned into honey. Then they deposit it into the honeycomb cells and fan it with their wings to evaporate the excess water. The result is a thick and sticky substance that we call honey. But that's not all. Sometimes bees also collect nectar from toxic plants or flowers that have been sprayed with pesticides. This can contaminate the honey and make it harmful for human consumption. But honey is not only bad for humans, it's also bad for bees. According to PETA, honey production exploits and harms bees in many ways. For example, beekeepers often clip the wings of queen bees to prevent them from leaving the hive. They also replace the honey with a cheap sugar substitute that lacks the essential nutrients that bees need. And they kill entire colonies of bees during winter to cut costs. So next time you want to sweeten your tea or toast, maybe try some maple syrup or agave nectar instead. 8. Coffee. Coffee is a popular beverage that many people drink every day. But do you know how coffee is made? Well, it starts with coffee beans that are harvested from coffee plants. The beans are then dried, roasted, and ground to make coffee powder. But here's the catch. Coffee beans are often contaminated with dirt, dust, insects, or animal feces during the harvesting or processing stages. This means that coffee can contain traces of these impurities that are not visible to the naked eye. In fact, according to a study by Consumer Reports, coffee can have up to 13 milligrams of caffeine per cup and still be considered safe for consumption. But caffeine is not the only problem with coffee. Coffee production also has a huge environmental and social impact. According to Rainforest Alliance, coffee farming contributes to deforestation, soil degradation, water scarcity, and wildlife loss in tropical regions where coffee is grown. Moreover, many coffee farmers live in poverty and face human rights violations such as child labor, forced labor, or violence. But even if you don't care about these issues, you should care about your health. Coffee contains acids and oils that can irritate your stomach and cause acid reflux, ulcers, or gastritis if consumed in large amounts. Coffee also affects your nervous system and can cause jitteriness, nervousness, or insomnia if consumed too much or too late in the day. So maybe think about how much coffee you drink and when you drink it. 9. Soda. Soda is a fizzy drink that many people enjoy. But do you know how soda is made? Well, it starts with water that is carbonated with carbon dioxide gas. Then it is mixed with sugar and artificial flavors and colors to make soda. But here's the catch. Soda contains high amounts of sugar and calories that can lead to weight gain, diabetes, or tooth decay if consumed in excess. In fact, according to Harvard School of Public Health, drinking one 12-ounce soda per day can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes by 26%. That's because soda spikes your blood sugar levels and causes insulin resistance over time. Soda also contains phosphoric acid and citric acid that can erode your tooth enamel and cause cavities or sensitivity over time. But sugar and acid are not the only problems with soda. Soda also contains caffeine and artificial sweeteners that can affect your nervous system and cause headaches, anxiety, or mood swings. If consumed in large amounts, soda also affects your bones and can cause osteoporosis, fractures, or kidney stones if consumed too much. That's because soda leaches calcium from your bones and increases calcium excretion in your urine. So there you have it, the most disgusting foods in the world and how they are made. Would you ever try any of these foods? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one.
Hey, thank you for watching and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.